All right. Welcome back to the stream. Now take a look and see what's happening here. Market's been moving like crazy, up and down, back and forth. Can't make a decision, not over above some key levels to start to actually choose whether or not to trade. Got a little bit of a pop this morning off of, what is this, PDD. Actually caught that this morning on a setup. Alerted the team. Hopefully, I don't know if anybody actually took the trade, but the opportunity was there for a quick pop. Wound up going roughly about 5% up on the morning, and now it's actually retraced all the way back down. Still up slightly so far. I'm expecting it to come back down. It's roughly about a 3% gain still on the day on PDD. Already lost 90 MA on the 5-minute, and looks like it may come back down to come and take a retest a breakout point, which I had listed at $71.80, which allowed that push breakthrough. Let's check out EV Go here. Let me make sure I post the stream. Hold on one moment. I got my voice chat set up on the group here in case anybody wants to jump in any questions. Hold on 1 second. Ooh, PDD is really looking good. It's about to reclaim the 90 MA and may even claim this 800. If it goes and reclaims at 800, I'm looking at into re-entering the play. Because I really think we can get a nice push one more time past $73. All right, let's take a look here. Got PDD on the screen. SPY still coasting right now, 432 and 90 cents. Billy, I'm actually looking to possibly do something with that in a little bit as well. It's got a little bounce, but I need to see a little bit more. I'm looking for a particular area to hold up and a couple crosses to take place. Roughly about the 1553 area would be a nice place for entry. PDD is still turning around. Make sure I get my calls in place. This looks like it's reaccumulating for another push. Billy's looking good. Billy is looking good. All right. Let me go and make sure I share this real quick. I'm going to hop into Billy real quick. Billy, I'm going to do $16 calls for next week. Maybe jumping the gun a little bit. Let's wait. Yeah, I might be jumping the gun on Billy. Let me wait on that. Things still look a little bit bearish right now. Looks like the SPY got a break right now above. I'm actually going to enter some 33 calls right now. We're not even going to waste no time on that. Forget all of that. Let's see. We could get a nice push. I doubt we hit up to 434, but you never know. We are making higher lows throughout the day. It's going to go at the money. 433 calls. Just right there when I made an entry onto that. I see we're starting to pick up volume to the upside, which is a good sign. So I'm just going to enter some 0DTEs at 433. I'm not going to go too crazy on these. So I'm going to enter, update the group, guys. Going to be updating this here. Be very careful. Make sure you guys are trimming on the way up on this move. So 430, I got 433 calls on the SPY, 0DTE, obviously in the money or at the money. When I picked them up, they were just under 433. So we're going to try to ride this move up. I have a target here of about 433.71, and we're just going to take that money real quick. All right, call's looking good right now already. We are up 5%. Move is kind of being made over here on the 5-minute chart. Still a little premature. I don't expect this to go too far up. We are starting to get some higher lows on the volume, which is good. We are above our signal line, which is smooth moving average here. So 433.30 TE calls are in. Right now, currently up 11%. I'm going to take my first trim here at 11%. Gonna make sure I update the group as well. All right, so that's 11% here on the first trim. Waiting for the next move to happen here. All right, still got some positive movement going here. PDD is now back down. I haven't entered in, luckily. It's now retesting that big level of support here at about 71.80. Gonna see how that reacts in just a little while. If that reacts and it plays as a reaccumulation, there's a possibility I may look to enter onto PDD. But we'll wait and see how things play out in a little bit. SPY is kind of teeter-tottering right at that smooth moving average right now. My line's back here. Bouncing off of the target one that I had at 432.87. Let's see. Billy's is now being rejected. Got to check out EV go in a couple of seconds here. Just going to watch this SPY move. Remember in the group, if you're interested in hopping in, saying a couple things, just going over it. You do have the ability to access the mic. Up to you guys, or we can just do the chat style. All good. Still up on those calls at the moment. Kind of teeter-tottering right now, roughly about 8%. This is the reason I wanted to play at the money or slightly in the money, because we have room to the upside. Again, that golden zone I still have here to get back into the golden zone, push us back above 433.65 is where we need to be in order to kind of get that the positivity going here towards the upside. At the moment, we are still not there yet, so I do have that fifth wave move that I have off Elliott wave is still a possibility to play out. There goes Billy, still bouncing. All right, I'm going to enter in some PDD here. PDD is bouncing off of my support level of 71.80. I'm still watching my SPY call. All right, hold on 1 second. PDD. If it loses that 71.80, I'm probably going to drop these. But I do have a tight stop loss right now, about 15%. If it does decide to drop underneath here, because my Lex level would be a lot lower, roughly around the 71.04 mark if 71.80 doesn't hold on PDD. So we're keeping a lookout on that. Let's see here. SPY just teeter-tottering over this 433 level, not really making much of a move. It's kind of just hanging out here. 433.18 hanging out, 433.16. Okay, starting to make a little bit of a move. Let's double check some of the indicators. I'm waiting for 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Got the breakout of the triangle here, just on the breakout. Looking to make that move up again. Like I mentioned, 433.65 is what I want to see us break above. We're just going to see how that plays out. PDD is now breaking the level. Needed to hold this area. Go longer dated. Or else I have no issue cutting those calls if need be. So remember to manage your risk. Play with, make sure you have your stop losses in place. Defensive is way better than playing offenses. Focus on defense, and the inverse would be true. You're going to have a stronger offense. All right, so looking like they're trying to double top this. We can go ahead and take a couple more off the table on the SPY. All right, just took a few more at 8%. I just needed to hold this area here. I have it marked as 432.87. As long as we can continue to hold 432.87, I can see us continuing to work our way upward very slowly. We are going upwards in an ascending fashion, but on lower and lower volume, so we need to be mindful of that. If I would like to see volume get back above the signal line and hold this area, but it looks like it may be failing. If it fails, I will cut these 0 DTEs, and I am actually cutting them now. So let's see here. Let's see. You got to give me a close. I'm going to wait till the actual candle closes. Not going to just drop them like that. See if anything actually reverses. Holding that area, holding the smooth moving average, holding the purple line that I have placed here, 432.87, which is supposed to act as a support. I don't really want it to hop back down here. If it does, I'm going to watch it very closely. If it does break and lose here at the 432.64, I'm probably going to look to get those cut if my stop loss is in first. So we're going to pay attention to that. PDD is now actually breaking my level, so let's see if we get a closing candle in the next few minutes. I need it to hold 71.80. SPY is actually bouncing right off the level that I had placed, 432.87. Need it to hold here and start to push. Let's see here. Not liking the fact that the histogram is now starting to curl over. We're getting these lighter green bars. I need to push back above this level to show me some positivity toward the stock, toward the ETF. And we are looking like we are getting some more volatility or some more picking up here. So, which is a good sign. Exactly what we want to see. I don't know. The charts are a little crazy today. I'm just trying to be mindful of this thing. Let's double check Amazon, see how Amazon's doing. It's Amazon. All right, Billy looks like it's gonna fall off a mountain, so I'm gonna leave Billy alone. Take a look at Amazon. Take a look at some of these blue chips. See how they're doing. I know Tesla is doing pretty well so far. NVDA is coming back down. That's probably one of the reasons that we're experiencing the back and forth on the SPY. BBIG is nuts, man. I had set a stop loss on it. I got it a little late. I set a stop loss on it. I forget what I actually lost on it, but nah, it's all good. Cause I really don't know when it's gonna stop. I don't know where it's gonna stop. I had no levels underneath that 140. So when I got in, I just wanted a little bit of a pop, but I set my stop loss a little underneath 140 just in case it decided to go that way. And that's exactly what happened. Let's take a look at BBIG, then I'm going to go back to EVGO. EVGO I got on the weekly chart. All right, SPY is at 433. Billy is, forget Billy, we out of that Billy nonsense. All right. Looks like, this looks like a downward sloping. Take a look at it harmonically. Get rid of these. 433 back on the SPY. PDD, I might get rid of you if you don't hurry up and get back over 71.80. Vigo is in a crazy spot. Let me look at the 3-day. 3-day chart. 2-day. Yeah, I got this thing looks like it's just selling off. I don't really have a pattern. I don't have any levels down here. It's one of those situations where it can go a lot further down. Right now, 389. It could possibly head down to about $2.54 on the 5-day chart. Yeah, this is it's looking kind of tough. We are getting increased volume. It is looking like it is turning around here. It's let's see how we're looking on Wyckoff. It looks like it is starting to pick up a little bit more of a, let's see, a little bit more volume is starting to pick up in this area. I guess we can call this a double bottom, slightly spring. There's a slight spring area underneath. Let's see. This is a spring. General trading range. Most volume was traded within this area. A couple levels of support. Keep my eye on the SPY halfway here. Yeah, this is acting as a spring area, so this could be a good location to actually buy for a pop back up, but it needs to hold. It needs to hold this area. So I'm not sure if you're in here, New Age, but it needs to hold this area in order for this thing to start to turn around, or else it is going to drop. And PDD is holding my spot here, really good, but it did just get a 921 cross to the downside. Hopefully that gets invalidated. We'll see. It is still looking bullish. Low volume push down on that. SPY is starting to break above. Excuse me. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, SPY getting a nice pop here upwards. I'm going to take a look at them calls we got. All right, so I'm looking at target 2 actually going through. Let's see what we got on target 2. I'm going to go ahead and trim these calls. All right, second trim up 20%. There we go, SPY. That's what we need to see. That's what we're looking for. All right. Actually, I was able to get those trimmed at 23%. Second trim. Definitely, I got you, man, on that. Sometimes the best we can do. I've been doing that with AMC now for the last 2 years. I'm pretty sure a lot of other people have been also. Alright, I'm jumping in Amazon next. Amazon, I'm looking at 131 strike. I'm gonna jump in. Amazon is looking fantastic. Alright, let's do it. Today is Tuesday, so I'll actually go for this week at 131 strikes. We already chopped into some of those sell orders up there. Can't see why that'd be a problem going into a second time. So Amazon 131 strike. Grab about 10 of those. See if they let me get this 0.67 fill. What else we got? So just see if I got entered and filled for these Amazons real quick. See if play comes back to me. All right, I'm filled. All right, guys, if you're listening, I'm in Amazon right now. I went and picked up 131 calls for this week. So 131 calls this week. Got my fill at 0.65. So I picked up about 10 of those, and we're going to be trimming all the way up. How's SPY doing now? EV go. Oh, okay. Hey, Joguan, I got you on here. I think I'm saying that right. Zoguan? Or Yaguan? Not 100% sure, but dope name, by the way. Let me know if you need me to take a look at any plays for you. I'm posting them up. You know, got the group going on here if you're interested in checking it out. I usually post up a lot of the plays that we take up there. Doing reviews on the charts, making sure everybody's on the same page. That gets some opportunity to make some money out here. SPY's looking amazing right now. We actually might get the 5th wave, man. Look at this. All right. PDD's getting that move. All right, luckily I didn't cut them, so PDD's looking good. Amazon, if we can start getting that creep up on the SPY like you're saying, New Age, we might be all right. Might be all right. I think we get back above that golden zone, 433.65. That's all I really want to see us get above there and hold it. 433.71 would be amazing, but 433.65 gets us back in the range, and we can start doing some things. But by this point, we should have broken the downtrend we had from that broadening top that we had in place a little while ago. Ooh, SPY getting a downside candle right now. It's looking terrible. All right, well. Channel remove. Hey. Ooh, PDD getting smoked. All right, I missed my stop loss. Probably I hit on PDD. I'm out of there. Take a look at that volume on SPY right now. Let's see here. All right, Amazon, I need you to hold up right here, man. I need Amazon to hold. I know we are right now underneath the 9 EMA on the 15-minute. However, let's see. Take off the extended trading hours. A little bit of a bear flag kind of set up here, but we are bouncing off the 200 moving average here when we look at the regular trading hours. Can we get this recovery type of move here in the next little bit? I need to see it over 128 and 17 cents. So 128 and 17 cents would be the mark that we need to get over and above and break and hold in order to start to finish this reaccumulation and start going upwards. Now we did get that 15-minute bounce off the 200 moving average as well as the 200 EMA. So it is looking like it wants to make that kind of a recovery. But we'll see. I mean, it's lowered out. It's a low volume push down. Obviously, this is in a bullish pattern to a certain point. I think we can definitely touch this area of 132.15, which is what I have as my optimal price. We're gonna see what happens here. I need that optimal price to hit. I'm entered in calls right now. I'm also still holding my 0DTE SPY calls, 433s right at the money. And here we go. We got a nice little pop above the signal line. And this thing should start pushing up in a little bit. I like the hammer candle that's formed here on the 5-minute chart with a high volume push. Very nice to see. Very nice to see. Just need you to hold, brother. Be nice to hold here. Start taking everything up with it. Tesla was starting to look a little bit on the bearish side. I was considering doing puts on Tesla down to 435. Let's double check and take a look at Tesla in the meanwhile to see if it actually, and it did. It went ahead and basically played the bottom of this triangle. My little triangle looks like it wants to press back up toward the 400 moving average, about 400 moving average, or possibly the ultimate line here at 244. If it gets rejected, it's coming back down, but hopefully it can start to regain this level. Let's see, SPY doing. Love that hammer. Love that hammer. Let's see here. Holding above the smooth moving average. Volume is above the signal line on the last 5-minute candle. Let's move down to the 3 minutes, see how that's looking. Slowly stepping up. Volume increasing above signal line. Hasn't had that in quite a little bit of time here. Nice bounce off the smooth moving average at 432.55, and now starting to push back upwards. All right, I think this may be the push we need to get above into the golden zone. 433.65 is the area I'm looking for to start to actually touch this golden zone, and again to start to play our way through this wall of gunfire in the 434 zone. Because I'm leaning more towards bullish. I did my Elliott wave analysis on this thing. I actually posted in my last video. I had the Elliott wave analysis on it. And it's basically still showing we can be playing a potential 5th wave move to the upside off of the 15-minute chart, which is what I'm following in this case. Short term, it'd be amazing to see it happen. But it's going to take a little work and a little time to play out. And going into the end of this week, that would be awesome to see that happen. We'll see. Most of the move was based off of a short squeeze, so we can't really see how things are going to go. That OPEC date was a huge one. It makes all the reason understanding. You can understand exactly why things went as hot and ran as hot as they did. Right at the end of 2/16 of June 16th. So. Yeah, once it reclaims, once Amazon can reclaim for 132, 128 and 17 cents, I think we should be in the clear to start really making our way back up. That's roughly about the 21 moving average on the 15-minute time frame. The 21 moving average sitting EMA sitting right here at about 128 and 17 cents. Once we get it back above there, should be in good hands. Should be in good hands. NVIDIA, Microsoft holding for 330. So things are still looking kind of in a relatively decent support area. I don't really see things looking as bearish as they did over the last couple of days. We're kind of holding in this area. Nothing is really shaking us out. We're starting to see positivity come back in. And I think those calls on Amazon are about to do some damage. I love to see it. So pop. It's looking good so far on Amazon. Amazon's starting to pick up steam. SPY is starting to pick up steam. PDD is fighting for survival over here, even though I think actually I did not get stopped out. Okay, I didn't get stopped out on those. So they're still alive. So we'll see. Amazon's looking really good. I'm waiting for it to get above this 128.17. If we get that, reclaim it, I'll expect a bounce off of the 48 moving average and a hold above the 21 EMA, and then we should be in game time. I might even add to my position at that point. SPY starting to break out nicely. Let's go. Let's push it. Just need to hold right here, and then we can have a good conversation about what's going to happen next. There we go. I'll go ahead and trim some more on these SPY calls. Play in the money, so it's not a huge gain. However, outcome is income, as we say. Making the outcome income for 2023. Let's go. All right, second trim here. Oh, third trim. Third trim, 30% profit. Looks like SPY went ahead and tapped that area of 433.59. I need, if I can see it break and get above 433 and 58 cents to 433 and 65 cents, I think we're gonna be all right. I think we will start to play out what it looks like, that fifth wave. Make sure I post that to put that post on Twitter. Ooh, open is out of here, man. Look at that. I missed open. All right, now. Look at Amazon getting ready to go. Amazon's ready to make those moves. Beautiful candle here on the 15-minute time frame. All right, 5 minutes just got a 921 cross to the upside. Looking to go ahead and test the 200 moving average. 5 minute. Oh, okay, I got you up here, Steve. All right, let's see. Stevie, when do you think we go for the spring and take her up higher? Let's see. All right, Steve, I got you up here. Just taking a look here, coming back under the stream. Let's take a look at AMC. I'm going to pull that up real fast, see what's happening. I haven't looked at it today. I did was going over the video last night. I did to get some more details on what's happening with it. AMC right now is sitting at 405. If you caught the video last night, I was looking at I'm going to reply to these, just make sure you. All right. So, video I caught last night, I was looking for a triple bottom setup to play out on AMC. And as soon as I get some kind of confirmation here, which I'm paying attention to for today, I'm looking for something to happen roughly around the 1 to 2 o'clock area, because that's usually when they'll go ahead and make those types of moves, is right when lunch is about to end. So we're almost there. I don't think we're going to start making our way up from here. I think we still need to come back down towards the 392 mark. 395, 392, somewhere around that range before we start to make a reversal. So probably the bounce would be probably news related. Yeah, so we're gonna keep an eye on that, see how things go with the news, because that's really what's holding it back, and it's been holding it back now for months. And once we start to see some kind of reversal news-wise, or hear something news-wise, they're going to just open up the gates on the volume. I mean, that's really what they're doing, is holding back the volume gates. And we're just waiting right now to play that triple bottom setup. And that's the same exact setup that we had back in pre-January squeeze. It was a triple bottom setup in January. This move right here is what we're doing, but in a much more compressed fashion. And once we get that news, you're going to get this motion that pops this thing all the way up. And it's going to play that same line. I actually colored it dark purple, but I'm going to go in for the sake of the ability to see it. I'm going to go and color it a different color that I don't typically use, like blue. I don't usually use blue, so blue should stand out pretty nicely. All right, so blue, that's where I'm expecting us to go, to hit that level the same way we did back in pre-June, January, is the same level I'm expecting us to play here, which would probably put us roughly about the $8 mark and slicing right through for a short period of time to about the $9.19 mark. So we're gonna see. Just gonna pay attention to that over the next couple of days, news related, and if that winds up going and being the case, I'm in. So I'm waiting for the bottom to actually show up. I'll probably start to enter in small today. I don't think 340 is gonna hit. 340, it's a possibility in that range, 350 to 392, but I think 392 is what's going to hold, maybe slightly lower than that, because the triple bottom will play out roughly at about 370. So 370 would be the one I'd be looking at for the closest. I do have order blocks sitting down there ready to be attacked and refilled. So we just have to wait and see if those get filled down. If there are more sell orders that control the price down, if we don't get any positive news, those buy orders are going to be pulled. They're going to be pulled and they're going to drop back down. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Definitely, I appreciate you, saying those kind words on this thing. I put a lot of time into these things and try to make, give everyone some kind of insight on what's happening. To give a little piece to the mentality of anybody that's in this stock, because I know that they try to really play on the psyche of everyone, and seeing that these prices when we all probably witnessed $70 plus, can put a lot of people through a lot of different types of stress. So I truly, for one, don't believe this play is over, and I think there's a lot of upside left to go. But we have to run the chart and have to run the schematic, which, in my opinion, is still and has been and still is a downward sloping accumulation pattern, which basically means on the way down they are accumulating shares as much as they can until they start to bring it back to the other side. What you'll most likely either see is one or two things. It'll either jump up really high on a short period of time as a squeeze-like scenario, as it did back in January and June. January really was the squeeze. June was a continuation of the squeeze. It just took a little while to retrace on what they call a backup LPS, or last point of support, and then June was a reaction of a secondary reaction of the first one back in January. So we either get a move like January, and then a second move later on, a few months later, like in June, or it'll be a reverse of this chart, where you basically flip this chart the opposite direction and we play to the upside the other way. So it looked like almost an exact setup as what you see on this chart from beginning to end, just flipped, going the other way and started heading to the upside, but that would also probably prolong it, getting us somewhere probably into another year before we start to see the upside, which would probably put us at the end of 2024. I personally don't want to see that and wouldn't want to hold that long, but you know, we're in this thing till the end. If we're in it, we're in it. If not, then hey, we might see a squeeze type of move sooner than later, and hopefully that's the case, because I still do have my targets up there. $30 is still on target regardless of what happens with 8. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. But I appreciate it though, Steve. Thank you. SPY. I'm going to go ahead and trim a couple of these calls. I'm actually all the way up here. All the way up. 343.87. My next trim here is going to be at 61%. 66% on these calls. So I'm going to be a half out the position right now. I'm going to leave just runners. And if we can go ahead, we're now back into the golden zone, believe it or not. So we are probably playing this 5th wave extension out, or 5th wave on the Elliott wave type setup we have. I'm gonna run back and double check my Amazon position. Amazon is moving now. Okay. I posted this one up on Twitter as an easy one. Hopefully whoever's watching or whoever's in this chat room, I've got the opportunity to take a look at it, because it's that's a toss-up. Make some money on that toss-up as well. Also got this one posted in my group. I don't post everything on all right, no problem, Steve. Thank you. Don't post everything on Twitter, but the ones that I do post, I try to make sure that they're high quality, so whoever's looking at those is going to make money on it. Well, that's what I triply try to do too. I'm always looking for as A+ of a setup as I can. Because the point is, if you're not making money in this thing, what are you even doing? It's, you know, it's either making money on this thing or it's a hobby. So, and we're not trying to do that. The point is to make money on this thing. Alright, there's the SPY. SPY about to get back above 434. Let's see what the group is talking about. Beautiful. And there's the bounce, 434. Now next target here, 434 and 33 cents. Amazon going. Let's go, Amazon. Might first take a first trim here on Amazon in a minute. Right now we're seeing that 128.66. My next target on Amazon should be pulling up momentarily here. We did get a 1348 cross on the 5-minute time frame on Amazon, so we're looking like we can make something happen out of this thing. It's just now crossing through the 200 moving average in the 5-minute. Next target is going to be the 200 moving average. We just crossed through the EMA 200 EMA this moment ago, so we'll see. But right now, this is looking fantastic. following along. I hope you got involved on the play here. Amazon are most likely going to make my next trim. I'm going to update my group real quick on the last trim, fourth trim, up 66%. On those 0 DTE SPY calls, how's Amazon looking? Probably gonna stick around until the EV goes starting to pick up steam right here. Luckily, it's holding that 390 range, looking pretty positive. It's got a setup here looking like a broadening bottom, which is actually a really good sign. 1 hour's trying to get back above this level. If it gets back above 425, it might be in a good position to start doing some things. Look at SPY go. All right, next target for SPY, I got 434 and 33 cents. Let's go, SPY. Holding on to 5 runners right now. 5 runners, and here we go on Amazon. Amazon is starting to take off. If you just joined the stream, make sure to please go ahead and hit the like button here. Say what's up, log in, wave, let me know you're out here. Glad to be with you guys here today, going over some of these charts, trying to make some money on the way up. What is the way up trading once again? So we're about making the outcome income, putting profits in pockets, you know, that type of thing. That's what we do normally, you know. All right, SPY getting rejected here. Just off of this level I have at 434.09. Need to break that level to start to hit our target one, which is at 434.33, which is one we've been playing with for the last couple of days. It's been being rejected constantly from that spot, and that's the one we need to clear before we can start to play the upside. This is the area we really need to get into, which is that 435 and 88 cent mark. Breaking above here and getting back above 435, back to the 436 range, would make us fully bullish, invalidating the downside and also invalidating the headed shoulders pattern that we've been keeping track on for the last couple of days. So this would be huge to get back above 436. So it's a matter of us breaking these levels. Target 1, target 2 I have here, 434.33, followed by 435 and 88 cents, or 436. Let's just round that up. Looking fantastic right now. EV goes, picking up steam. Amazon. These 0 DTE SPY calls. Let me just update the group on the Amazon play. Amazon thread. First trim. First trim on the Amazon was up 21%. All right, PGD's back at it again. All right, PGD looking good. Ooh, okay, okay. Let's see what's happening with Billy. Billy might be joining the party in a little bit. BILI is the ticker symbol. It's right now up 33.47%. If I get it above, let's see here. If I can get above 1553 solid, I'm going to enter in some calls here for $16. That's my next level. I need a solid move and hold above 1553. Ticker symbol is BILI if anybody's interested in this one. But man, it's finally good to see the SPY pick a direction. Yesterday was ridiculous, but today it looked like we might get something happening here. Tesla might make the move that I was expecting it to make. I entered in a little earlier yesterday on Tesla. Got smoked on those, but 270 is a high possibility still on Tesla. Don't count Tesla out. Tesla can make a $30 move in a day. It's happened before. It can do it again. Happened before and it can do it again. That's nothing for Tesla. I mean, Tesla trades ungodly amounts of volume in one day. I mean, within the first 15 minutes of the day, I think it already traded 20 million within the first 15 minutes. You know, so that'll tell you something. Don't count Tesla out. Being down here in the 240 range would be a huge rug pull for the rest of the market. That's expecting the downside or the blow off top. I mean, I'm bullish, but I do still have my downside protection. I talked about it the other day. I am still involved in longer dated puts. The longer dated puts are right now to September. We're gonna see. Right. So we got back Tesla. How's Tesla looking? Tesla's trying to hold this level. Needed it back above 245.64 for it to be taken seriously, or else this thing could still come back down. We don't know yet. We're just kind of watching everything, kind of getting an idea on what's happening with the stock, as well as our levels. Just keeping track of those, keeping an eye on those. But the SPY is holding up, and it does invalidate this head and shoulders. We're bullish again. We are bullish, and I do have my fifth wave extension, which is what I want to see. fifth wave extension on SPY would be at the $451 level. This would make this entire drop from 443 downwards, testing the bottom of a support level. That'd make the entire thing, again, my smooth moving average sat right here on the 15-minute chart. That would make this entire thing a large reaccumulation setup. This right here, if we dropped and lost 431.23, we would have been considered to now have been in a downtrend, because we lost the the smooth moving average here on the 15-minute time frame. That would have been a confirmed loss of the head and shoulders pattern, or loss of the neckline of the head and shoulders pattern, which would cause us a steeper drop off, and we'd probably be somewhere around the 425 area, 428 to 425 area. So it's a good thing to see that it bounced right off the smooth moving average, and now we're looking to play the other side of things, back to the upside. So we'll see. I'm trimming most of my my puts here, my calls here. May enter some puts short term, because I know this thing loves the 433 area. So I don't think we're gonna bust through 434, 435 that easily. So maybe an opportunity for a little bit of a scalp. Let me double check and see how I'm looking on my calls at the moment. The calls were looking really nice for a little while. Got 30% off the scalp earlier on. Amazon is kind of holding in that area. Oof, Open is on the move right now. Open and Mara, let's see. Those are out of here right now. Man, Open was a nice one we recorded, but I missed it for today, unfortunately. But nonetheless, still a great play. Amazon's going. NVIDIA was able to reclaim the $410 mark, so things are looking pretty good. I don't know. I don't know about playing puts. I can't say that's the move right now. Not exactly. Let me double check my crosses. 921. 921 cross on the 15-minute time frame. Right now we're playing up against the 15-minute 200 EMA. Easier to see with just the EMAs. If we break that 200 EMA, we're going to be good to go. 436 would be the next level up. Let's double check on AMC real quick. AMC still kind of teeter-tottering around that 404, 405 mark. Not really much happening. Ape still holding about the 180 mark. Nothing happening really there. SPY is looking like it's running one that wants to turn bullish. I told everybody, be careful of this downside. I mean, I love this. Taking a look at just the candles and volume only. This bounce off of the smooth moving average on high volume looks like the end of the trend, and now pushing back toward the upside. That may have been bottom for the short term, and we're looking to play the reaccumulation. Upside is going to start coming real soon. Blue chips looking like they want to push up as well. Here goes Amazon, ready for its next push to go test 129.28 is the next level I have for Amazon. So if you got those Amazon calls, congratulations, you're looking lovely right now. I was actually up roughly about 22% a little while ago. I'm looking to do my next trim roughly at about 30%, so I'm paying attention to that as well. Tesla turning around also, starting to get bullish. It breaks back above 245.64. You'll start to see a push here towards the 800 moving average, which I have sitting roughly about 248. Like I said, don't count Tesla out. Tesla can do a $30 move in one day. We've seen it before. We can see it again. I don't put it past Tesla at all. Same thing with NVIDIA. NVIDIA has been known to rip faces off, so watch out for NVIDIA. If you start seeing these things move, the tech sector move, the SPY's coming up. We'll see it happen. QQQ is going to go right along with it. We're looking at the rest of the blue chips. Google's kind of dragging us behind here. Let's see. But everything else up about 1.5%, 1%, 1.2%, 1.6% on AMD. Finally starting to recover after getting mauled the last couple of weeks. Finally starting to recover to regain access to that 110 area and start to push back into the mid 110s, 120s. Yeah, open is moving. Yeah, open's on fire right now. All right, Amazon's up. SPY's looking fantastic. All right, let's take a look here. Open is looking amazing right now, up 10%. Let's see, PDD. PDD is just teeter-tottering around, and pick up weeklies on those. These calls are for next week. And I'm still holding on to those. We'll see how those play out. SPY just trying to break over this 200 EMA here on the 15-minute time frame. It's kind of having a little bit of struggle with it, but it has crossed on the 5-minute and trying to break the smooth moving average in the same area, roughly about 234 and 30 cents. This is the area we've been struggling with for the past few trading sessions now, since back on Friday. And once we cross this thing, we're going to look like we're going to start playing the upside towards that 435 mark. Let's double check these calls at this point, because we are at a point of resistance and we're going into lunch. And generally speaking, the lunch period can obviously be a lower volume portion of the day, and things start to play downside. There's the break right there. We got that 434.30 cents. Let's go. All right, there we go. SPY's up 108%. Let's go. Five runners remaining on this right here. Beautiful. I'm gonna update the chat. Amazon is just kind of teetering. It hasn't broken that 129 level, which I'm hoping for it to break. I'm waiting for it to get over this 200 moving average. Let's see how it looks on the 5-minute time frame. I mean, it's right here. No, if we don't break this area, if we don't break 434, whew, that'll be bad. If we don't break back above 434 and 30 cents and start to hold, this thing is going to cascade back down. Huge level to break right now. This would be the bull trap of the week if it doesn't get above here and holds up. Be horrible. I mean, we buy puts, but you know, I'm a better bull than I am a bear, so I'm gonna admit that. Now we flip bullish. Let me double check. Let's see what we got. All right, things are starting to slow down here. We just hit the lunch hour, so I'm going to cut the stream for a little while, and I'll be back. Most likely going into the end of the day portion, roughly about the 2 o'clock hour, or 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm here on the East Coast over here. 1:30 to about 2 o'clock. I'll be back on into Power Hour, into close. I do want to see this thing. I'm going to probably close my positions for the time being. I may not be able to keep an eye on them, but I'm going to update, keep an eye on for the group. If you're not involved in the group right now, go ahead and take a look and see the links below. Follow me on Twitter as well as the Way Up Trading group. Post a lot of the plays that we take there, keep track of them, help each other out, look at charts, go over different ideas. Learn a couple different things in there, and we expect to do some group lessons on a couple different types of trading styles coming shortly. So go ahead and take a look at that. If it's for you, cool. If it's not, cool also. Well, either way, you're gonna be here on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. If it helps you in any way, make sure you pass this along to someone else. You never know who you could be helping. Putting profits in pockets, making the outcome income. All right, so I'll be back with the stream a little bit later on. Get you guys in the afternoon session into Power Hour. So take it easy, guys. Later.